All right, y'all, we back. Man, I got bad cultural news. I know this is DisRace, but the serial killer in California, they caught him the other day. The suspected, they all but showed as him. Is a brother, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
In California, they've been killing people, doctoring.
Oh, yeah.
It's a brother.
Yeah.
That's because it's Netflix, man, and boy,
I did notice.
Real stuff.
He's not wrapped too tight.
He looked crazy. He was watching Netflix and probably watched the Dahmer tapes and started doing it. Man, that ain't what we do.
And it might have been now, because I watched, even before they caught him, all of the victims, I think except one, were Hispanic.
Yep.
Yeah. But they caught him driving around looking for another person.
Yeah, they say he was on the prowl.
He was on the prowl.
They can try to find somebody.
Did they shoot him?
No, they didn't shoot him.
No, he's alive. They got him.
Yeah, they got him.
They ushered him in there. Now they shot. Now in St. Louis, I think it was day before yesterday, they had a shooting at a high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was 19.
He was 19 and graduated from the school, left a note or some notes saying how lonely he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed a girl and all this. These people
Killed a girl and a teacher, old lady. Old lady.
What I find is sad that
he was a brother. I mean, that just
shut me down.
Did you hear about the situation? I think it was at a Walmart where a black lady and her boyfriend was having an altercation. And an off-duty firefighter, white guy, came in, started choking the boy, beating the boy down, and she shot him and killed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whoa.
She tried everything she could get him off before she killed him. And the boy just
What you think gonna happen to her? Because that was an unarmed white man. So you think gonna happen?
I don't think nothing gonna happen.
Now she got
that video.
They filed no charges on her.
I know so far.
In that state, if you feel like someone in your presence is being threatened by someone someone else, you have the right to defend that person.
I just wonder why he was
she had the right to defend her person who thinking he was being violated because the dude about to choke him out. So he could have killed him. So she protected her person and her right, and she had the right to do that.
I wonder why he was so vehement.
No
I understand once he had control of the situation, why he was just so vehemently trying to choke that dude out, man.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But he knew, you could definitely tell he knew a certain hold. And for him to just get that guy to continue to apply the pressure. After the woman, of course, they were fighting, but she telling him, like, hey,
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, it's hard to make that judgment without knowing the full story.
Well, yeah, that's
I
true.
want to recant what I said last week about Draymond Green, because after I thought about it all week, Draymond Green punched
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole, and I said, come on, man, you out of it. However, you got to watch saying stuff like that without all the fact, because I started thinking about, I punched people.
For lesser?
That I thought deserved. You can't say lesser because you don't know what it was.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You don't know. And there are some things that cross the line. And so let's say, because one of my takes on it was Draymond had just got married, which will drive you. You can't punch her, so you just go punch first person.
That was one of my. Hold on, DC. Why does I always get back to you with something with a woman that makes a man snap?
I'm just saying, man, that could have been a problem. He just got married. But if you really want to look at the whole story, after I condemned Draymond, I said, crazy, man. But you can't do that because you don't know what Jordan Poole said.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, let's just, I'm just making this up now. But Draymond Green had just got married. Let's say Jordan Poole said, that's why I had your wife right before you had.
Oh.
You got to get it.
You
You got to get it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
You got to get
it is,
they have a lot
you don't know what provoked it and they're not telling.
Right.
That was like back in the day. You remember back in the day when what's his name jumped on the coach?
You talking about Latrell Sprewell?
Latrell Sprewell. And he said the coach said something, but he never would say. Now, I suspected it was something
derogatory or something like that.
I think it was gay or
look at Matt Brown and Derek Fisher.
But I think Latrell Sprewell figured if he told it, it was going to be bad on him if it was cultural, and it was going to be bad on him if he was gay.
Yeah, because they never pressed charges.
They never pressed charges. They squashed it.
Yeah, sure did.
And soon after that, Latrell came on out of there. Though.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Him. He got suspended with pay, too.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, you never know.
He could have been provoked.
Kevin Garnett said he thinks that, when he was talking about it just today, he was talking about when them young guys come back after winning the championship, he said they kind of hard to deal with. You know, they got their swagger, and they younger guys, they just won a championship. He said what Draymond probably should have done was waited till after practice and then just called him to the side like a man. He said, but things can get heated. Sometimes, you know, like young guys get real flip at the mouth. He said, especially, he said how they had to reel their young guys in after they won a championship. He said, so maybe that's what Jordan Poole was. Like, he know he about to get paid. He know Draymond is going to be the guy on the out because he's older. And maybe he said something about that.
I mean, I think it was something stronger than that.
Could have been.
I think it was something personal.
Whatever it was.
When you swing on somebody,
look the other way.
But
when you swing on somebody like
whatever
that,
it was,
personal.
Yeah,
he didn't swing on him.
Whatever
it was, he didn't just swing on him. He tried to take his head off.
He tried to take him out.
He went real. I mean, Draymond's about
and this is, you don't know if they had words before. You
maybe 50 pounds bigger than this dude. Yeah. And he went at his head.
But Jordan did push first.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, man. You don't know if they had words.
Draymond invaded his space.
Yeah, he had to push. Well, I know. I just ain't push.
I ain't with that other person hit first anyway. If you walk up to a police, right?
Right.
And you appear to be about to harm him. Say you got gun, he gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
So don't tell me I can't defend myself until the person actually commits that act against me.
Right. You're right.
When you by expression or when you by your actions show that you intend to do me harm, I got a right at that point to defend myself.
Because you might not be able to retaliate once they hit you first. You may knock you all the way out.
Let's go back to the case you were talking about.
Cereal.
All happened was he got an argument with the cashier. He didn't physically threaten her at all. He said something disrespectful.
That's what they said that he.
And then, and then the white dude stepped up to defend her honor, but the way he did it was out of line. And so by the girlfriend telling her, "Hey, let him go," and then she felt like he was being threatened. She had the right to defend her and him, and that's what happened. And she got off. There's no charges on her.
Yes. So far, no charge.
No charges. Yeah.
Right. What about the cop? Did y'all see the one when the cop shot the white kid? But he gave him all kinds.
Eating a hamburger?
No, not that one. The one he had a gun, and the cop said, "Man, keep your hands up, keep your hands up." And they wouldn't roll the window down. He's standing out there with his gun, and there's a girl driving, but there's a white dude in the back seat, and he would like every time he keep his hands up, and he tried to put him down. He's like, "Man, you need to keep your hands up." And it was like a gun that was like right there in front. And I mean, he got a whole lot of warnings, but then. I don't know if the white kid thought he was joking, but I'm talking about as soon as that hand went back down, man, he unloaded about 12 in that thing, and it killed him. And nobody really said anything about it, but he definitely.
Well, they shot the kid. They fired the boy that shot the kid eating the hamburger, but the kid drove off in the car or something, and then they found out he was claiming that he had run from him a few days before, but they found out that wasn't true. It wasn't even the same kind of car.
Right, the same kind of car, yeah.
He just can't open up, get out the car.
Dude was eating,
and the boy was eating
a hamburger, and that was it.
I didn't get, did that boy survive?
DC.
Did he end up dying, or is he still?
He survived, I think he paralyzed.
He's paralyzed,
DC, that's just something that I said that the government should do, right? Anyone that's going to be a policeman, a FBI, or whatever, if you carry a gun and you're protecting the public, they have ways to monitor your heartbeat when you're jogging every day. They got things that'll monitor you if you ovulating, okay?
Yeah.
Why can't they do a test, put something on the policeman when you pull over a black person or a white person or a Mexican, how your heart rate changes, how your mentality changes when you pull over that certain person. If all them things changes when you pull over that certain demographic of people, you shouldn't work in that community because it's showing that you are distressed when you pull that person over. See
well, because they trying to protect you're trying to protect the policeman. That's just like, man, when there's a dispute, I've said it before, between a policeman and a suspect or whatever. You ever seen them give the policeman a lie detector?
No.
They ain't getting no police lie detector because they trying to protect, because they know they be lying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
and in America, in interrogation procedures,
they can lie.
This is on paper.
Yeah.
It is legal for the police to lie.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But this is what I'm bringing back this to is I've seen video of white cops pull over white people butt naked, swinging a knife at them, chasing around, running from them. They not once shot him, tased him, or nothing. They trying to catch him. They hug it. They fight with it. But when a black person, you in the car, just like I got my hands up, man. You telling me what to do? Don't put your hands down. Don't do this. And you get.
So I don't know who would. Ain't nobody debating that point where that is racially. Yeah. It's racially motivated, racially split. I'm gonna tell you something on top of that. I'm sure it's happened, but I think I can think of one case where a black policeman accidentally shot a white. I'm sure this happened more than that. I'm sure this happened more than that.
He went to jail.
But you know, all these killings where the white police officer accidentally killed a black person. I thought he had a gun. I ain't heard of. I'm sure it's happened more than the once or twice I can think of.
But the one he's talking about.
I've only heard of one black woman. I've only heard of one case where a white man went to jail for raping a black woman. Have y'all ever heard of it?
Yeah, that's true.
I've only heard of one case where a white man went to jail for raping a black woman. Now you think that doesn't happen?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but I'm not saying those guys don't get convicted, but they do a great job of keeping it out of the media.
So let me,
I asked a sitting judge in Fulton County, had he ever heard of it? And he started laughing. He said, "No, now that I think about it."
So let me ask you a question: do you believe freedom is a privilege?
Yes, in this country,
I would say freedom is a privilege given by God.
No, well,
just like life.
I'm gonna say this because the sheriff of Henry County
don't you talk about him.
I know he's black. Yeah, he's black. He made a statement. He said that freedom is a privilege, and I think I disagree with that. But truthfully, the way the society and our government is running is looking to see that's what it is. That freedom is a privilege. But should freedom be a privilege? Like I thought you
is a privilege given by God. It ain't no man giving privilege.
But that's the thing. They saying as man because he's this was about prison. Somebody being locked up, and the guy was telling him how the prison was and how the jail was, how they was being mistreated and stuff. And his response to that was, freedom is a privilege. So my thing is, it's not. He's not saying like God-given privilege. He's saying like, by man, by government, like the government is give us to be free is a privilege.
No, I don't agree with that.
Mook man,
I don't agree with that.
Mook man. It's just all in nature.
And that's a black
freedom
man say that?
is privilege, brother. That freedom is privilege. Yeah. That's nature.
No, I'm not talking. I hear what you're saying. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But there are people that think that freedom, I know at least for us, is a privilege. Not something that we should have, but something that they have allowed us
to have.
And that's why we be treated the way we've been treated because
you got freedom. You get up every day and go to work.
I'm free to do what
you're free to do what you want to do.
Right now. If you look around.
What Mook is saying, the way that guy responded was that it's a privilege because of quote unquote that we were released from slavery and if you're in our custody, it's a privilege for you to be free because we can take that. Like that's the guy was what Mook man said. The guy come across like we're superior and we can come get you and you are privileged just to be out here that we ain't done nothing and got you. That's the way the guy.
Well,
But it's
I
wrong.
say you got a right to be free.
That's how I feel. You should have a right.
But life itself is a privilege. I
Right.
mean, you privileged, but a privilege, you can't give me no privilege. God gave me privilege of living and privilege of being free. Now you may try to take it away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say that you agree
I'm
with
gonna tell
that?
you where freedom
You
is
say
not
you
a
agree with
privilege in this country. If you're free right now, drive down the street this weekend and have a roadblock, and you ain't got your driving license on you, or your driving license
And
suspended.
they take away your privileges.
Your freedom is gone.
So
Well, you gave up your privilege by breaking the law.
What you think,
What,
CJ?
not necessarily.
I heard
you
him.
breaking
I was
their
like,
law.
did he-
You gotta go where you trying to go feed your family. That's a law for you too. You gotta feed your family. You gotta go work. You gotta pay bills. So
But you can't be behind the
that's
wheel.
part of your law as a man to do those things.
Nah,
but if they take away
You
that,
can't get behind
if
the
they
wheel
take
and
away
then
that
others.
from
But
you,
in some countries you can.
because
Yeah,
you
but-
you don't have that.
You gotta go with the authority.
Yeah.
That's that
No,
dominating
that's not
spirit.
part
That's
of
your
your
right
law.
to be free.
As a man, the laws are supposed to accommodate the people, the masses of people. So you can't just go and put a gun in somebody's head and then say, well, I got to feed my family. I got a right to feed my family. Yeah, you do. You got a right to take your ass to work.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
He's
glad
going to
for
work. He's
laws.
just trying to go to work.
Facts.
I'm glad for
He
the
got
laws.
pulled over because he didn't have a license on him, but he's just trying to go to work. He ain't hurting nobody.
Can't do that. You can't drive without no license. That's just the law.
But DC, how you gonna feed the family?
Walk. You should have thought about that.
Get
before
an
you got your damn
Uber.
license.
Get an Uber. Ride a bike.
There's a lot of men lost their
Ride a
license.
bicycle.
Lost the license?
Lost their license.
Yeah, you can't drive. You want them out there driving with no license, and they run into your car, and then they can't.
He
got
don't
no
know how to
insurance.
drive.
No
DC.
information.
And then they ain't got
nothing.
no
It
insurance.
ain't, he don't know how to
What
drive.
about DUI? You think they ought to be able to drive
No.
after they get DUI just because they got a driver's license? You think they'll be able to drive and put you and me and everybody else
And 3-year-old
in
babies in
If
danger.
he ain't driving next time, if he ain't drinking
He just
next
going
time
to
he
work,
drive.
huh?
If he ain't drinking the next time he drive, you let him drive.
Oh, come on, man.
Nah.
If he ain't drinking the next time he drive, what's the problem?
That's a
Who's he hurt?
Who gonna check
responsibility.
him every time he drive?
I'm saying if he don't
said,
drink
what's the problem?
the rest time he drive.
Yeah.
If he don't
He
drink,
said,
he
"They
should
don't
never
have a
drive
problem."
again.
What about if
If
a
he don't
man
drink
has shown a
the next
history
time-
of drinking and
Bo.
driving? You just gonna let him keep on drinking and driving until he kill your son or your daughter?
You stop that.
Bo said, "What's the problem? Well, how you stop it, boy? You gotta.
But I'm saying if he says
stopped
I'm
at the
never
roadblock.
gonna drink again while I'm driving, so he should
Bo,
never
you stopped at
drive
the
again.
roadblock.
He should never drive again.
Oh, he's
No,
gonna have
we're
to
not
deal with the
saying that,
consequences.
but
He's
he
gonna
gotta-
lose that privilege
For a
for a
minute.
certain amount of time.
That's
Now
right.
that's a privilege.
That's right.
That's a privilege.
But
yeah.
being free is not a. That's my right.
But
That's
why,
a privilege.
Why is
Yeah.
why is the driver's license a privilege?
Because
They make cars. So
Yeah,
what I'm
that's not a
saying is if it's okay for a manufacturer person to make a car, why should we have to have a driver's
And
license?
they make-
Not why should we have a license, but why
And
should
they
that
make
be a
guns.
privilege?
And they make guns too. So why can't you just go out and shoot everybody?
No, they give you license to carry a gun, but what I'm
Okay,
saying is
now
that
no-
is
now no
that-
more in the
but
state
is
of
that a
Georgia.
privilege? Should that be a privilege
really
for you to
having
have a
a
gun?
That's a privilege that can be taken away from you
If you
if you
misuse
act a
it.
fool.
I get that, but
If
should
you
that?
don't abide
Come
by
on, listen to what I'm
by
saying. Stop
what's
trying to go
laid down,
against me.
man.
I'm not
What
going against you. I'm going with you, but come on.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, do you think having a gun should be a privilege to protect your family? Basically, what I'm asking you to protect your family. Do you think that should be a privilege?
If you're trained
I
and
don't
licensed, yes.
understand. I don't understand
well,
that
Kemp
question.
be a-
said
again,
it's not. He
because-
said it should be a right.
Because in certain cases, if you have done something, and they have laws that say if you have done something, then you can't carry it.
Right.
So in that case, it was a privilege, but it's a privilege that has been taken from you because of your behavior.
But now I can't.
Whether it's right or wrong,
Okay.
I don't know. But you had that privilege, and then it was taken away from you. You know, we were all free in Africa.
Yeah. I know that. That's what I'm talking about.
But in America, how many white men laws have been not followed up?
Say that again.
How many white men laws have been broken?
You asked me for a number?
I'm just saying, it's distorted. The whole issue is distorted. You know what I mean? It's right
so
and
you
wrong.
saying there should
right
be no consequences for anything?
No, there should be consequences for everything.
Man,
for everything.
I'm just saying this because this is what came up. Man drive drunk, but he got to go to work next morning, feed his family. So just get a man, let him go to work. Let him drive.
If he got to go through the system, and if the
system after repeatedly doing the same thing, the system says we are taking away your privilege to drive and endanger other people. You saying that that's a privilege that should not be taken away.
Well, they got things now. They put in your car. You got to breathe in it before you drive.
Who paid for that?
You still go to work.
Who paid for that?
You had to pay for it.
The taxpayers pay for it?
No. I think you had to pay for it. Yeah. Maybe the tax. I think you had to pay for it.
Okay. So he ought to pay for it. So you saying he should pay for it cash?
It's consequences.
And not pay for it. One of the consequences is you can't keep driving. But that's a consequence.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. You want to look at it that way.
I'm saying there ain't no way a society can tolerate everybody endangering everybody else, from guns to cars to whatever. So you got some privileges, quote unquote, rights. But as a society, if the right is abused or the law is ignored,
then it needs to be taken
then your
away.
privilege can be taken from you.
As it should.
And the rules of the land govern the people in that land. And that's why Brittany Griner, I mean, God bless her, I hope they get her out, but you can't go to some other country talking about this, how we do it in America.
No.
R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, this is my theory about them. They go to them third world countries and perform where there ain't nothing to get with a 9-year-old child. But you can't bring that shit back here.
Yeah.
And they come back here and say, oh, this society is so behind. Y'all behind. I've been over there in this country and that country.
I roll with
it
you.
ain't nothing. You can marry a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Okay. But the laws of the land, unless you want your privileges taken, you got to conform.
But the laws are biased.
What do you see it in all honesty?
What happens when you got biased laws? But what happens when you got biased
all
laws?
laws are biased.
DC and
Again, what happens when you have biased laws?
No shit happens. That's why you got the system. You can argue and try to have lawmakers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But they're
We're not gonna talk about
in
money.
all honesty, I went through a DUI, so I had to go through all the procedures to get my driving privileges back.
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about.
So I mean, you paid
dues
your
to get it back.
consequences.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if they took your license, you can't just be out driving talking about I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'm riding around.
I just feel like it's our right to be free, but we have to be responsible. And I'm being very honest. I don't want drunk drivers on the street, because if you kill some minds or hurt me, I don't want to hear that you apologize. I'm sorry.
And if you are driving drunk, you are infringing on my right.
That's right.
To drive
safe,
sober, and not be worried about somebody drunk running.
Yeah, you need to be responsible.
Yeah, I got hit by one before, so I don't agree with that one. Yeah, I got hit by a drunk driver before. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear. I'm sorry. You should not have gotten in the car drunk.
Anything can be considered a privilege.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, you mess up, and those are consequences. They take away your privilege.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back.